Welcome to another episode of Money and Mirth. Today, I'm going to introduce you to something or someone very, very rare, like shiny Pokemon rare. We'll get into this make money online side hustle right after our theme song and episode teaser, so don't go anywhere.
The world is going mad. Sigma grind set, what the fuck is that? The middle class taking up their asses, the rich preying on their empty pockets. I'll own nothing and I'll be happy. Make it make sense to me. We're the scum of the earth, and we'll laugh till it hurts. It's Money and Mirth.
Day trading is a mad world where 10% of participants take all of the money from the other 90%. It's actually savage when you think about it, but not really any different to how the overall economy operates. Check the description if you want to dive down that crazy rabbit hole. Daryl, or legendary Daryl X as he's known in the classical traders communities, recently listed in the top 2% of the leaderboard for a huge trading challenge with over 11,000 participants. And if you watch the rest of this video, he's going to show you exactly how he made it there so that you can do the same. The hilarious thing about this 10% versus 90% money split in trading, and I mean hilarious in a kind of dark way, is that the 90% seem to willingly just give their money away like they're under the spell of some kind of Jedi mind trick. You told me I'm going to make money online. Yes, you're going to get rich overnight. We're going to get rich, boys. You're just a degenerate gambler. We don't need any training, boys. It's YOLO Lambo time to the moon. Join my Telegram now. Take my money, take my money. But I can't blame them, really. Let's be real. Advertising for trading usually looks something like this. Money, more money, fast cars, sexy girls, Scrooge McDuck money pool. You making that fucking cash. Make it rain. Look at my watch. More watches. Don't be a pussy. Easy money. Lambo. Bitcoin. Please only trade with money you can afford to lose. Without help, the vast majority of people fall under that spell and become a food source for the trading sharks circling around them. Now, clearly Daryl is doing something different, and it actually just comes down to two things. Number one, he has a strict trading plan that he uses to identify and execute trade setups that keep him mathematically profitable in the long run. And number two, he's conscious of the flaws in his own psychology and has learned to battle the demons that can be found inside all of our minds that want us to lose our money. Now, the people in the winning 10% aren't necessarily special, and most of those people need help getting there because it's not obvious what the right approach is. And to make it worse, there's tons of free trader training available all over the internet that's designed to make you lose. Now, the attraction of trading is obvious, and those crazy adverts talking about overnight riches are based loosely in reality. If you can make it into the group of people that know what they're doing, the monetary rewards can be unlimited. And as long as there are untrained, undisciplined people, also known as most humans, in the trading arena, there will be money to grab from the trading markets. And obviously you can trade any hours you like and make money from anywhere you can find an internet connection. But if only 10% of traders make it to the money printing stage, that must mean it's really hard, right? Well, actually the trading part is kind of straightforward. It's like baking cookies. You learn a recipe, you follow the steps to make your mix, and then you stick it in the oven and wait and see how it tastes a little bit later. Here's a clip of Daryl performing a live trade using his special recipe. Take a look and see if you think it's too complicated for you. Just keep in mind that if you aren't a skilled trader, some of this might not make complete sense, but later in the video, I'll explain how you can learn to do this for yourself.
We are now looking for a base time frame in the H4. So we already achieved the target. We are finding our IRL. Here we see internal range liquidity. We are looking for a short setup. So here in the 1 minute, we see confirmation for a short setup. So we have a market shift. So right now we are looking for a pullback using our fair value gap. We want to take short position in the premium zone. So we have the first entry here, but we miss the opportunity to take the short trade. So all you need to do is wait for the price to go back for the fair value gap. This is a breaker block plus a fair value gap. As you can see in the chart, we have a short setup. We are now in profit. So we have a risk for $300 and a profit for $500. We are targeting the H4 fair value gap, but we are using the standard deviation as our target, so we don't want to take H4 internal range liquidity. This area, the price potentially go back to that IRL. As you can see, we set our stop loss above on that because that is our short-term high. After that, we see that market goes back and it takes some liquidity, so that will be our intermediate high. That is a protected zone, so price will never go back on that area. So yeah, that's it. That's the plan for our LDO USDT.
The trade you just saw was from a fairly short but intense trading challenge. It's a minimum of 10 days of trading time to grow an account of $10,000 as much as possible. To pass the challenge, Daryl had to achieve growth of at least 25%, which he managed in just a few days of fast trading. Only a few hundred people were able to achieve this, so hats off to Daryl for making it happen. Whether you trade for a few days or a month or all year round, it doesn't really matter. This is a repeatable methodology that Daryl uses each time he trades. Here you can see a bunch of the trade history from his most recent challenge where he held at least a 50% win rate, which is actually really great for trading. So 25% gains by following his magic recipe in a matter of days. Uh-oh, sounds like fast, easy money to me. Like I said earlier though, the crazy trading adverts are based loosely in reality. So actually it is possible to make good money pretty fast. But you have to understand that the markets aren't always going to play ball. The trading setups you want to take with Daryl's methodology usually require the market to be trending, which is a fancy way of saying it's not just going sideways in a horrible chop. So that's one area the losing 90% screw up. They just don't have the patience required for the right situation to show up, and instead they start making irrational trades and they spiral out of control. Which brings us on to losing. The part of trading that the flashy trading adverts leave out are the days where your account size is going down. No one wants to talk about that, but it's an underrated fact that you can be a profitable trader even if you lose most of your trades. Despite that, what tends to break everyone down is they don't expect to lose because everyone is running around online acting like they win all the time. So the average trader doesn't know how to handle losses and they start to feel insecure. Something snaps in their mind and then they just start throwing money at random trades to try and get that winning feeling back. So even if you have the perfect recipe, lots of people just stop following it. Impatience, laziness, loss aversion bias, confirmation bias, FOMO, greed, these are the true enemies of profitable traders. You've probably heard the expression, know thyself. I think it embodies the wisdom that is found from spending time understanding the darker side of your humanity. Carl Jung talks about integrating with your shadow in order to achieve your true final form. That means becoming conscious of the part of your brain that wants to sabotage your own success. That's the part of your brain that big money players and institutions are trying to exploit so that you hand them your money or even your freedom. If you want to make it in trading, you have to humble yourself in the face of the almighty trading gods. And if you can do that, along with having a trading recipe that's repeatable and dependable, then you can make it into those 10% of traders who actually make a living by calmly clicking buttons. So who better to teach you than someone that's actually achieving this right now? Daryl recently opened up the doors to training other people who want to learn how to beat the markets and is inviting you on the same journey that he's been taking. His training plan has been designed to be as simple as possible so that anyone can follow along. If you sign up to Daryl's program, you'll learn the exact recipe that Daryl uses to identify and execute his trades, learn what liquidity is in trading and why the recipe works so you can be confident in your plans and scrutinize or backtest it as much as you like before you risk any real money, and how to handle your inner demons so that you don't screw up a winning formula. You'll also get 12 months access to a Discord community with other traders, including Daryl himself, who are on the same journey as you. Daryl and the group will help you stick to your plan and remain accountable. Trust me, it's much easier to stay on track if you aren't walking alone because you'll have a second line of defense ready to check you if it looks like you're doing things that aren't rational anymore. Once you learn how to trade liquidity, it works in all markets: stocks, commodities, FX, and crypto. So if one market is quiet, you can always move on to something else. Daryl personally likes to focus on crypto, but he can help you with anything that has a price chart. Now, I I've put 2 links in the description below. One will take you to a page that explains the training course in more detail. The other is a direct checkout link with a special Money and Mirth offer for Daryl's advanced training and membership. It's a fat discount, so if you are signing up, use our special deal whilst you can. The advanced plan gives you everything you need to copy the methodology Daryl used to crush his recent trading challenge. Plus, plenty of time to learn the ropes, put in the practice, and get to know your fellow traders. It also includes the beginners program, which is usually $29 per month, entirely for free. The beginners course covers more of the basics and helps you understand the difference between gambling and trading, so you have great foundations to get started. When you sign up with our special offer, not only do you get the beginners and advanced training course and group membership for 12 months, you also get access to live streaming sessions with Daryl himself, and he'll also share his trade ideas with you on a day-to-day basis so that you can learn and earn at the same time. Again, the links are in the description below. So, is it actually possible to earn money from day trading and turn it into a viable side hustle? Yes, absolutely, and Daryl is living proof of that. It can also be tiring, frustrating, and take a toll on your sleep patterns. It's not for everyone, and it might not be a perfect fit at all stages of your life. But unless you're really willing to give it a try, using a proven trading structure, then you will never know. For most people, the true challenge is whether you can conquer your own mind. Don't fall into the Lambo Moon rocket trap. Instead, embrace your shadow and become a disciplined trader now. One last thing, the reason that Daryl's trading recipe works is that it's based on profiting from the pain of the losing 90%. If you're interested in a deep dive covering what is liquidity in trading and how to profit from the pain caused by market manipulation, then make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get a heads up when our upcoming video on that topic is released. Now, if you're watching this from the not so distant future, check the suggested videos at the end or look for a link in the description. So, what are you waiting for? You came here to learn how to make money. Get on with it. Go check out what Daryl has to offer and get started now. I'll see you next time for more Money and Mirth.